What's going on, guys? It's Jake Camaro here with another Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. Today I'm going to be playing Liberation on Kill Confirmed, and I'm going to be using the L1182 and the MP9. So, Liberation was one of the first maps to come to Call of Duty via DLC. So, Liberation basically is a map in New York City, set in Central Park, and let me just start out by saying it's not a good map. Although big maps are sometimes good, you really have to be careful with them, and I think what Infinity Ward did wrong with this map is they just made it too much of a sniping battle. Really, if you're not gonna snipe, you're gonna die a lot, and you get killed by snipers a lot. So that's why right now I am sniping, because that's one of the only purposes of this map. As you can see, you can just get really long shots when people with assault rifles can't even see you. Unlike Piazza, which is the other map that came out the same time that this one came out on February 24th. And that's really close quarters and basically completely the opposite of Liberation, and because of that, a lot better. So what I'm going to be doing a lot is using my MP9 a lot, and I'm going to be talking about the MP9 for a little bit, as well as trying to get some snipes with my sniper rifle. The MP9 is a really, really good gun. I would suggest that if you are a person who uses assault rifles, or really any class for that matter, and you have room for a secondary, choose the MP9, because it is just an insane gun. It's really good, because it's really powerful, and you can pick people off in really far distances. So like, as I can see, I just pull it out and I just destroy, well, I don't destroy that guy, but because that was kind of a lag. But I almost got that guy, so because of that, there's just lots, there's so many different things, different reasons why you should have the MP9. It's really good in that there's a lot of, quite a bit of ammunition, and it's something that I use a lot with my AK-47 class, well, most of my classes for that matter, because the AK-47 runs out of ammo really quickly, because it's just, each mag has a lot of bullets in it. So that's a great, the MP9 is a great gun to use once you run out of ammo. In that, as you can see, I'm using the suppressor on this one, because the suppressor is really nice, because no one knows where you are, so it's really good to just get in behind people and just pick them off, and reload time's relatively fast too. There's some different things available for this gun, like akimbo, red dot sight, holographic, but I've tried the red dot sight, and there's just a lot of kickback when you're zoomed in that far, but when you're aiming down iron sights, normally, there's not very much kick, so it's easier, in my opinion, with the iron sights than with the red dot sight, but that just comes down to player choice. So this gameplay I made almost right before I prestiged, and what I'm going to be talking about in this video is the next few maps coming out for Call of Duty, and the content collection. So, Call of Duty, the next drop is going to be coming really soon, 13th of March, and this video was made on the 4th of March, so it's coming pretty fast, 9 days from now. So I am really, really excited to get what's going to be coming in the next content drop. I mentioned this a little bit in my last video, but I'm going to go more into detail about some other stuff other stuff involving this. So Black Box is really, really cool. They've released some better concept art about it, and it looks cool because it's like an Air Force One map, except that there's some areas, it's basically crashed Air Force One, but there's buildings that surround it. So I don't know how much you're going to be able to go into those buildings. I don't know if this is going to be a relatively small map or a relatively large map. It just depends on how large the buildings are and how much distance you have between Air Force One, and really how much you can go in Air Force One in that. So that's a multiplayer map, and it looks really cool because there's some pretty good sniping, but what's good is that there's some close quarters combat too. That's one of the downsides about Liberation, is that most of it is sniping. There's only like 2 or 3 places in the map where you can actually get some good close quarters. Down here, where I just was one of them. But when you come out here, it's like you can see snipers can just sit really far away and just pick you off in seconds. Like right around here, you've got like sightline of the entire map. And if you have an assault rifle, you're not going to be able to see them before you die. So then the next part of the map is going to be Black Ice. Now, Black Ice is a Spec Ops pack, a Spec Ops mission. This is the first time that in the franchise they've actually introduced Spec Ops maps as DLC. But one of the things about this map that's a little interesting is Call of Duty Elite on Twitter released a picture of it, and it's basically a snowmobile mission. There hasn't really been that much detailed about what the objective is and such. Basically, all we know is that you're going to be driving a snowmobile in like an ice-type area, similar to the part of Modern Warfare 2 where you're driving the snowmobiles. And that's one of the problems that I have with this. The snowmobile looks exactly the same, which is what I get by that is basically they pulled the snowmobile and the physics out of Modern Warfare 2, and I think that they could have had a snowmobile mission and made it a lot different. I don't know how, but I think there's some better ways to do that. Like maybe have it like a 2-player solo mission where you got one guy behind shooting guys and you're trying to go as fast as you can, but it looks exactly the same. And hopefully this mission is going to be better than what I think it's going to be, and a little bit longer than the one in Modern Warfare 2. So, one of the cool things that I wish they would do is actually, like, you would be able to get out of your snowmobile and actually, like, shoot people in the ground, get back on the snowmobile and keep going. Enemy SAM detected. So that's pretty cool. The downside is that I'm the only person I know who has Call of Duty Elite Premium, which is really disappointing because I have these cool maps, but I can't play them with anyone because no one else has them. So, like, the snowmobile, that sounds really cool to be doing it with, like, 2 people, but I don't know anyone who has it, so that's kind of a downside to me. Now, of course, there is matchmaking, Spec Ops, but I think it's just a lot more fun when you're actually playing it with your friends. But I'll get into that a little later. So, the final part of this content drop is Negotiator, which is another Spec Ops mission, and this is probably the one we know the least about. On Twitter, Call of Duty Elite has introduced, has showed us 2 additional screenshots of, because like what you see on the website is basically like concept art. I don't think it's actually in-game footage, but the pictures that they showed us are actually in-game. So we know nothing about this one. Basically, all we know is, sorry about that, my dog's barking in the background if you can hear. Basically, all we know is you're going to be trying to save hostages from enemies. Because the picture basically just has some enemy-looking guys standing around some people, presumably hostages, and it's even a lot like the part of the campaign when you're rescuing the hostages. And I think there's a Spec Ops mission as well that you're rescuing hostages. So that one we don't know anything about. I think that would be kind of cool because you could do that with your friends. But again, I don't have anyone who has Call of Duty Elite. So that's kind of a downside. But one of the coolest thing that's coming is the content collection on a week afterwards on March 20th. Now the content collection has all of the maps: Piazza, Liberation, Overwatch, Black Box, Black Ice, and Negotiator, all in a map pack basically. And what's special about this is you don't have to be an Elite Premium subscriber to get it. So if you've chosen not to get Call of Duty Elite, which I think if you're going to get all the DLC anyway, Elite saves you a lot of money. So, yeah, I know, that guy was an enemy. I didn't know. But that's going to be really fun, because for the first time I'm actually going to be able to be playing with people I know. Because hopefully, and a lot of my friends have talked about, they're probably going to get it. But I don't know why, I would just get Elite. Because Elite sounds like a lot of money up front, but I think it's gonna pay itself. It definitely pays itself because there's more, because if you buy the map separately in the content collections, you're gonna be paying more money, and you're gonna get them early if you get Elite Premium as well. So that basically wraps up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Monday my cable is coming, so hopefully I'm gonna be able to put up some HD gameplay, but I'm gonna talk about that in the next video. So if you like this video, like it, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.